Hey guys, welcome back to Seller Sessions 4 p.m. BST on a Wednesday afternoon. All right, so inside Amazon Seller Support Part 3, we're going to cover Yanked ASINs and brand protection. So in this part of this series, we'll look down a breakdown of why these happen and what support teams to do to help the seller remedy the issue. We also take a look at the brand protection side, including associates tools and auto detection of infringement and auto reinstatement. First though, there's a few bulletin announcements here. Is brand owners can now print and apply tamper evidence seals to their products. With the transparency program, brand owners will now be able to upload country-specific images for their listings, which will be able to utilize using a bulk uploader tool. So for those who sell in Europe, it used to be on a singular database. If you uploaded English with the annotation on the images. In the UK, that will go across all marketplaces. So what they're saying now is that you're going to be able to optimize your images for higher conversion rates by putting it into the local language where that is sold in that marketplace. Brand metrics slated for August 2nd. Brand metrics offer advertisers in-depth view into their brand's full funnel audience strategy using an ad attributed report. And finally, Budgets View. They'll be releasing a new user interface called Budgets View. This change will impact sponsored products and will be available in Campaign Manager as of August the 9th. All right, just going to pull up my notes here on brand protection. So we'll go through brand protection. We'll talk a little bit of the overview here as well, and then we'll go into the parts about Yanked ASINs, etc. So with brand protection, this kicks in when the seller is trying to use a brand name unrelated to the item or the brand for their ASINs. So there's multiple reasons for a trigger for the brand protection. Some of the examples, if a seller mentions a brand in their title, description, keywords, bullets, etc. Most people who listen to the show will know all this, so I'm stating the obvious here. What's interesting here though is they've got an abbreviated, I'm not sure what it stands for. CSI will give the options for an auto reinstate most of the time. So they've got a tool that reinstates this. Obviously, once you start using keywords like Apples and iPhone and things like that, that's when it starts to look at triggering and what context that it is being used in. So why some of the reasons yanked by brand protection. ASINs are yanked when you use a brand trademark in the product detail page, but the ASIN name, ASIN brand does not match the trademark. Amazon considers this to be potential trademark misuse. So example, if we look at, say, using an Amazon brand, Amazon Basics speaker charging cable being used to describe a cable from another brand, this will issue as Amazon Basics is a trademark term. So another one, wireless Kindle speaker for home being used to describe a speaker from another company that works with Kindle devices. This is an issue as Kindle is a trademark term, etc., etc. So are the ASINs being yanked in the different marketplaces, which will be part of the talking points? So they'll annotate where this suspension takes place. So it wouldn't just necessarily be North America. It could be Europe. It could be worldwide, etc. Another part, do the sellers know why their ASINs are being yanked? Yes, the account health dashboard tells sellers that the ASIN is misused and will be the name of the brand that is being misused. So that's all clear as day, as people would know. I'm going through some of this, might be stating the obvious, but some of it's going to be key for people that have never had this issue before in context of setting up a new listing as well. And, you know, as silly as it might sound, they might be selling lightning cables, so they need to understand the context of this. While all ASINs are being yanked for trademark misuse, the trademark type may differ from ASIN to ASIN. The account health dashboard tells sellers where the trademark being misused of the PDP, a patent or a miscategorization. What else is there to have a look? Are sellers notified when the ASINs are yanked by brand protection? Yes, sellers are emailed by Amazon, and while ASINs may be misusing a trademark, the email direct seller, and the help page, Amazon intellectual property policy. All right, what else have we got here? Some let's have a look. Solutions, brand protection solutions, ASIN active, blur brand underscore protection underscore active ASIN. So this is just some catalog information on the back end. Manually yanked messages contain brand protection or BP and contains auto reinstate. Many yanked messages contain brand protection or BP. So these are some of the solutions that they would end up working for through. So one of the other considerations here is why stuff gets pulled as well, comes under food safety as well. Let's have a look here. So as an example here, the food safety is investigated the product and removed it for safety and compliance concerns under the label. Also, ASINs removed because of a public recall or a private recall. So a man of the product to Amazon directly. So that would also play a role there. Restricted products, ASINs is suspended as the ingredient list is left blank. We understand this in most cases, those who sell in food. So the seller will get a message to deal with that. Restricted products detail page example shows an ASIN suspended as a product underscore type is not populated correctly and doesn't comply with Amazon's policy. Other examples may include customer underscore restrictions. So there's some of the codes on the back end here, and please ask the seller to fill in the correct details for more information. And then please refer the links mentioned in the reason box. Product safety, ASINs are removed as a product. This happened before. A concern with a product we will also be looking to investigate. Now, on this soon, a couple of my clients, female brand owners of mine, have actually been attacked by influencers, and I won't go too much into the story, but they've one of them's apologized, but one of them's just was effectively running tests and supposedly had $50,000 worth of equipment to say something had a high ratio of heavy metals, and they were attacking brand owners on Amazon and just literally going through and say, this is not, I've safety tested this product should be taken off, leave a negative review. In my client's case, it did not trigger the algorithm, which we know we've seen come up in the past. We were able to resolve it, but I think what I might do is I'll bring on the two ladies next week or the week after, and they can tell their full story, because I think it's time Amazon sellers need to protect themselves from stuff like this, and Amazon do not do a good job of this. They leave people high and dry, I believe. It's like, because the customer is already come first. I did mention this in the first show as well with regards to that. So that's pretty much it today. I'll be back here next week. Sharon will be back in the chair tomorrow. Isabella's well enough now. She's back in recovery, so she'll be back here on Monday, and I'll see you Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Take care of yourself and your family. Much love, and I'll see you then.